Welcome to Colombia! Today I'm going to talk about national natural parks and sanctuaries in Colombia. Welcome, wonderful people all over the world. My name is Frank, I'm Swiss, and I came to Colombia in 2015 and I run a travel agency here in Bogota. Today I'm going to talk about different national parks and sanctuaries. I will not cover all of them because there are so many. But in a country like Colombia, which is also recognized as the second most biodiverse country in the world after Brazil, you can imagine there is quite some potential for nature lovers. So in Colombia we have the SINAP, which is the National System of Protected Areas, and it consists of 1,116 units, and that counts for almost 15% of the national territory. Therefore, we can say it's huge because Colombia has 1.125 million square kilometers. It's very big. We have the size of California and Texas combined, or the size of Germany and France. Some of those areas are private, public, combined, national, or run by national or local governments. Then we also have different entities that take care of the different kind of territories. We have the National Natural Park, PNN. We have the National Natural Reserve, RNN. We have Unique Natural Area, ANU. We have Fauna and Flora Sanctuary, SFF. And we have Parkway, via Parque. Of the 59 areas, 26 are inhabited by indigenous or Afro-descendants. And also 23 of the parks of the 59 are open to the public and can be visited. So I will go through some of those areas and explain you a little more in detail what you can expect there and how you can get there. The first one is Old Providence McBean Lagoon National Park. This is around the island of Providencia. Unfortunately, in the year 2000 there was a hurricane and destroyed the whole island. And so far, we don't know how affected also the McBean Lagoon territory, the natural park is, but hopefully not too much. The natural park consists of the second largest coral reef of the Caribbean, and this part of the sea is also recognized as the Sea of the Seven Colors. And it's really beautiful. Providencia was a very nice Caribbean island, far away from mass tourism with beautiful beaches. So currently they're reconstructing after the hurricane. So let's see how they will be able, in what speed they can rebuild the island and give access again to the coral reef. Right now we still don't know how much the coral reef is affected, but we'll see in the future. You can get there very easily as soon as it will be open again for tourism. You fly to San Andres and there are flights from Cartagena or from Bogota. And then from San Andres you can take the ferry, which I do not recommend, or you can take a little plane which takes you 15 to 20 minutes. Then we have another beautiful Caribbean destination and a natural park. It's called Corrales del Rosario y de San Bernardo National Natural Park. This is around the islands of San Bernardo. There is a cover fee. It's around $3, so not too expensive. And I personally have not been there so far, but I hope I can visit San Bernardo Island in the future because it's very beautiful. It's a huge area and the pictures I saw are just stunning, and people who visited those islands, they told me all good stories. Then we go from the Atlantic to the Pacific to Malpelo Flora and Fauna Sanctuary. Malpelo is an island about 500 kilometers away from Buenaventura. That means when you take the boat, it will take you around 35 hours to get there. And it's actually the 9th largest protected marine area in the world and the UNESCO heritage site since 2006. It's a very famous spot for divers because you find big schools of hammerhead sharks. But if you want to go there, you need to fulfill some requirements. You need a professional guide for each 6 participants. You need to have quite some experience in diving, and it's not so easy to get there, so it's not a mass tourist destination as you can imagine. And there are also like 2 or 3 official providers who offer packages going there. Then another one in the Pacific coast, it's Utria National Park. This is situated between Bahia Solano and Nuki. So from those 2 destinations, you can book daily boat trips. When I visited the area, people said it's not so good organized. Maybe they improved because I was there like 3 or 4 years ago when I wanted to go from Bahia Solano to Nuki. So I stayed in the front of Utria and waited for a boat going further south. But for sure what you can find is the typical flora and fauna of the Pacific. And already the boat ride there is quite spectacular. El Cocuy National Natural Park. This is very cool because it's bordering 4 departments. It's bordering Boyacá, Santander, Casanare and Arauca. I visited the town El Cocuy, which is on the bottom, which is a perfect starting point. From Bogota, if you take the bus, it takes about 14 hours. If you have your own transport, it takes you almost 12 hours. It felt a million turns to get there, but it's worth going there. The altitude is from 600 to over 5,000 meters above sea level. This is in feet, 2,000 to 17,500 feet. And it's actually the biggest glacier in Colombia. There are 25 snow peaks and Uva indigenous that live in that territory. There are different difficulty levels from normal trekking until mountaineering. Some time ago they also opened more area, some space from the indigenous, but then they had problems with garbage and locals, they offer tours with horses and they were not respecting the sacred space of the local indigenous, so the indigenous said no more. So let's see in the future if it will open up again more of the El Cocuy or not. Then also a great destination around the Coffee Triangle is Los Nevados National Natural Park. And you can access this natural park from the departments Caldas, Risaralda, Quindío and Tolima. Those mountains are a volcanic complex and the altitude is from 2,600 to over 5,300 meters above sea level. This is in feet 8,500 to 17,500. The mountains you find there are Nevado del Ruiz, Nevado de Santa Isabel, Nevado del Tolima and Paramillos of Chisne and Santa Rosa. The different difficulty levels you also find is from easy trekking until expert mountaineering. You can access Los Nevados actually from all the departments from the Coffee Triangle. The next one on the list is Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta National Natural Park, and you find it in the department of Magdalena, close to Santa Marta on the Caribbean Sea. It goes from sea level until over 5,775 meters above sea level, which is 0 until almost 19,000 feet. The indigenous that still live on that territory are the Cancuamo, Cocuy, Viva, y Arhuaco. The Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta is considered the highest coastal mountain in the world. It is also famous for the Last City Trek, which you can do in 4, 5 or 6 days. It's fantastic for birding, you find waterfalls, there are coffee fincas. And if you want to do some serious mountaineering, you need to access the indigenous territory. So you will need a local operator that will get the permit from the local indigenous community. Right next to the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, we have the Tayrona National Natural Park, which is probably the most famous and most visited park in Colombia. It goes from 0 to 900 meters above sea level, or from 0 to 3,000 feet above sea level. We have currently 3 closing periods a year that the park can regenerate. You also have local indigenous people living within the park. It is recommended to have a yellow fever vaccine. Anyway, you always should use repellent and according clothes to protect yourself from mosquito bites. And in the park you can do birding, trekking, swimming and animal observation. It's a great plan and a fantastic area. Right next to Bogota, there's also a great park. It's called Chingaza National Natural Park. And you can access it from Bogota or from Villavicencio in the department of Meta. The altitude is between 800 and 4,000 meters above sea level, or 2,600 and 13,200 feet. You can find paramos, you can do camping, there are different access points. You can go and visit Lagunas de Siecha, which is perfect. Sometimes it's a bit foggy and you see nothing, but if it's not foggy, it's so great. You can do hiking, camping, birding. So those are already the few examples I gave you from national parks here in Colombia. If you're interested to visit one of those ones, you always can contact us. If you're looking for more information, you will find the link in the description. If you like our channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button to not miss great content in the future. You also can leave your comment or ask questions in the comment section. I say goodbye and send you the best wishes wherever you are, and I hope to see you soon here back on my channel again, or even better, here in Colombia. All the best, here's Colombiafrank. Bye bye.